comes Nates, and he's got Heyman. He's got Heyman. Figure four time.
Yo, what is up? Here we go again. The Figure 4 show for all you wrestling nerds. Here we are again. This is another draft. This is as fun as it gets. We waited for Tim to get here, so we did some fun one. I should have just recorded it just for us, but I have the list just in case we want to talk about it later. But this one is about what we talked about last one. Mario wanted to go Ruthless Aggression. 2002 to 2008, the primes of those players. You already ain't a little too excited right there. Dang, look at him. Okay, so we are going 20 rounds again, but this time we cut off the females and we cut off the tag teams in general. I mean, you can get them if you choose them. 20 rounds, and this is the order. You have a minute and 30 seconds each. Choose, and within the minute 30, if whatever time you have left, you can explain why. We have Mario picking first, Tim is second, myself is third, and Ty goes back to back at the end. And it's really simple, man. Like those people at the end, Mario and Todd right now have the tag team changing right now. So hey, calm down, bro. Calm down. You and I getting drafted. But as we are here, Mario,
Yes.
are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Made my pick. Yeah, we're good.
We're already so I'm gonna tell you. I want y'all to chime before we start. I want to chime in real quick because I have the first 11 picks sought out, and I think it's gonna go. But Tim is literally, and you know what's funny, Todd? How many times have I said this? Tim is always gonna be the person that sways my pick, and now it's again Tim's
And,
pick
and
at 2 is gonna determine my pick. I have 2 lists picked right now, and I cannot wait because we all know as a team who Mario's taking at 1. So Mario, are you ready to pick the guy? Oh, damn.
I've never. It's so fortunate because like me and Tim are gonna be like bookending this whole process. So yeah, I'm ready, dog. I'm ready.
Mario, you are officially on the clock.
Cool. I'm picking Eddie Guerrero, my childhood idol. It's not really a debate for me. When I think of my childhood in 2002, 2008, Ruthless Aggression, Eddie Guerrero was the guy for me at all times. If he was on, I didn't care what was going on in the world. Eddie Guerrero was who I was watching on. Unfortunately, he was taken from us way too early because that prime, that 2002 to 2005 prime was one of the best primes in my opinion.
The best prime. The best prime.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero's the GOAT, bro.
My cheat steal, Latino heat coming in with the lowriders. That was it for me, man.
All right. We already knew this because we already talked to each other. Eddie Guerrero's off the clock. This is the pick that I am waiting for. Timothy Vogt, give it to me, man. You're on the clock.
Yeah, so of course I wanted Eddie. I was hoping and praying when the list came down that Mario wasn't an Eddie guy because, as he said, Ruthless Aggression, that's Eddie's era, you know.
Yes.
And there's only one other thing close to Eddie in that era, and it's only
You
two
have
words.
to. You have to.
Ruthless Aggression, Chris Benoit.
I told you.
I've gotten so much heat. Hold on. I've gotten so much heat for all the eras I didn't pick him in, but this era right here is the best Chris Benoit. So I've been waiting. I just been
absolutely.
Waiting.
So
flying headbutt.
Before you got I still am now on the clock. We have 45 seconds. Before you even came on, talked to Todd, I talked to Mario, and I said this. There's 2 picks. You're either gonna go business and go with Cena, because that is his era as that he named it Ruthless Aggression, or you're not gonna make the same mistake 3 times. You're gonna go with Chris Benoit. So that's where I was going. It's like, if he goes Chris Benoit, I'm going this way. So my list is already now to the right. Go ahead, Tim, before I go.
I'm going to keep it a buck. Cena not even on my list.
See, and that's what I was telling people. Cena's going to drop now. He's going to drop. But I'm going with this guy also longevity wise. He was also part of Ruthless Aggression, and he went through the PG era as well. I'm going with Y2J, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is off the clock. I mean, off the board. And I already know what Todd's going with this. Todd, go ahead and explain why you're going with this.
Well, I'd like to start off by saying first, Tim, you look like the devil with that goatee. Second, I'm in the same boat with Tim. I don't like John Cena. He might be the nicest guy ever, but he drives me nuts as a wrestler. I'm not a fan of him at all.
The Doctor of Thugonomics era is so underrated. I enjoyed it a lot.
What's your other hand?
All right, so before I run out of time, I'm thinking this guy in his first year at TNA after he left the WWE or Impact, whichever one it was then, I'm going to take Kurt Angle. So you can start the You Suck, Tim.
Yeah. Hey, I already know Todd's 2 picks, so this next one, just cut him off already. Go ahead.
All right, I'll just take Styles. I won't even go into
AJ Styles, Impact AJ Styles. The reason why, look, out of respect, if you're going to tell me you're picking him, I wasn't going to pick him. So I'm going with not John Cena, but the next person that was epic in this. I'm going with the legend killer, Randy Orton. Randy Orton's off the clock right now. Go ahead, Tim. This is another pick for before you go, because I still have time.
Tim can fuck this up for me, depending on who he picks.
No. So now that he says Cena's not on the list, this is not that bad. I just don't know where he's going to go with this now. But I knew I had to take him because I knew he was going to take him next. Go ahead, Tim. It's on you. The clock is started.
Yeah, so my first 2 picks, me and Tia talked about this the other night. My first 2 picks were going to be Chris Benoit and Randy Orton, so you just threw me off there.
You are not going to get both.
I was hoping someone would sleep on him, and I was also hoping that someone would sleep on Angle because he was still great. So I'm looking at my list. I have these guys where I have circled for 7. There's 3 of them that I really want at this pick.
I'm stressed,
and I'm really nervous that he's not going to stick around. I'm going to gamble and think I get my next guy at 10. I'm going to go ahead and take HBK here.
Oh, there goes that second run that you was talking about in the last episode. Yep. There you go. So he took it. Hey, Mario, that I told you. This is where you pick him. This is exactly where you pick him.
I'm picking my 2 guys. So I'm picking the guys that I was super emotionally invested in my childhood. So I got back to back, right?
Yes, back to back.
I'm taking Triple H and I'm taking JBL. I'm taking those 2 right there. I got you.
Is Tia there?
I'm pretty.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see y'all 2 talking right now. Tia, hey, I love you, sis. I know you're in this. All right, you got JBL and Triple H. I can see it. Okay.
H was my guy. That was the guy I was hoping to get at 10. So.
All right. So listen. Go ahead. You have a minute and a half to explain.
The cerebral assassin.
Go ahead and explain why you chose those 2.
So
you have 45 seconds.
I was very emotionally invested in Triple H. That whole evolution to me is the greatest stable of all time. I don't care what any of you guys say. I'll die on that hill. All right. And there was no better storyline than once Randy Orton won that title, and then he was sitting on Batista's shoulders, and then Triple H, and then that spiraled for like a whole 2-year long storyline with a couple of Hell in a Cell and a bunch of that Hell in a Cell match was I remember that match. Me and my childhood friend were like distraught watching that match. I remember that.
All right, so
JBL to me is the greatest heel
during
of
that
my
time.
generation.
During that time, facts.
Yeah.
So
nobody I love to hit more.
Tim, we're in the 3rd round, and still you are the wild card. I don't know where you're gonna go with this. If you take this guy, I really have to rethink my whole list. So go ahead. You are officially on the clock.
Yeah, when I was making my list, doing my rundown, I told Tia I'm in a real weird spot, because a lot of the guys that you guys take kind of deter what I'm taking, but I know in the back of my mind I'm also deterring what you take as well, is because we think so similar. You mentioned the comment about JBL being the second best heel of this era. I'm gonna argue that, and I'm gonna take my boy Edge, the rated R superstar.
So, yeah, that was
I have to. I mean, he was also one of the guys I had circled at 7, so I'm happy to get him at 10. But Triple H is who I
Rated
wanted.
R
Edge
superstar.
the radar superstar was you want to talk about
Oh.
childhood investment. I was invested in Edge. It didn't matter. Every week I'm like, okay, where's he at? Where's he at? When's he coming? When's he coming? I got a couple more guys like that on this list too. That either go fall later in the rounds, and you'll start seeing this is the first draft that I'm taking personal likes over business, and it's just because this is my childhood of wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm got to.
Stop. It's because Tia is managing your draft. That's what it is. And she making you do the right choice. You took Edge. I was literally taking Edge next. Talk
to you about the first probably 3 or 4 picks. I made my list, talked to her about where I thought I was going to go with my picks, and see what bounced them off of her, just kind of get her idea too, because just as big a wrestling fan I am, there's a reason my wife goes to the shows with me. There's a reason I watch this stuff constantly.
Absolutely.
There's a reason I get to do this task. Because after we finish, you post it, my wife is watching. So,
this really hurts my heart because that was my next pick. Now I have to reevaluate my list. And for me, this is the only time in his era that he ever won the world championship. So I'm going to go with Rob Van Dam. I'm going with Rob Van Dam at this pick. Haha, Todd, what's up?
I was hoping he would stick around. I was hoping he would fall.
That was my emergency because I thought Vogt was gonna go. I thought Vogt was gonna take Edge for me. So that was my emergency pick. I'm going Rob Van Dam.
You completely screwed me up now.
Oh well, Vogt did that with Edge. So here you go. You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
So I'm gonna let you guys keep picking the WWE guys for now, and I'm gonna keep going the other way for now. And I'm gonna take. I was going to take, like I said, I was going to take Rob Van Dam because he went well with my other 2 guys. We had some hella good matches. I'm going to take a young, early in his career, but still TNA Samoa Joe.
Yes, that was the best Samoa Joe you can get. That was the prime. And so you're now officially on the clock for your second pick, Todd.
Don't fuck me, Todd. Don't fuck me, Todd.
I don't think we're that close together.
No, I don't think we are. Me and Tim are real close together on the people that we watched. So like I'm curious if Tim will hurt me before he picks.
I don't think we live that close together. Shit, I don't know who to take, man. I'm gonna take Punk. I don't want to, but I'm taking Punk.
Yeah, which Punk? ROH or ECW?
No, he didn't go to WWE the very last year.
Yeah, but he wasn't shit. He was better as a ROH
He was ECW, but he had a solid run at ECW.
He was pretty good in ECW. I'll take ECW Punk.
I actually know Punk more of the ECW version than I do his WWE run, just because of the years of wrestling that I watched.
All right,
his
so
ECW stuff was pretty solid.
Yeah, so for me, I want to take him because I think after his WCW reign, he elevated even more at this time. I'm going with the 5-time. I'm going with Booker T. Timothy, you are on the clock.
Okay, I can live with that. We're talking about the Ruthless Aggression.
I know where you're going.
I think this is probably his best run of his entire career. I think I'd be stupid not to take him here. Unfortunately, drugs derailed him. I'm going to take Jeff Hardy here.
Oh, shit. That was not... Oh, here I go again. Typing a name that I thought you were going to pick and you didn't pick. Oh, I'll wait. Jeff Hardy is off the clock. I'm at board. I keep saying off the clock.
I'm just picking my guys here, all right? I'm just going out and picking my guys, all right? So, in my best Teddy Long impression...
Oh, I got it. I already choose.
You done messed up. And for that, you're going one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Player.
Going one-on-one. Well, how he's that low, I don't know. Undertaker was still a monster during that time.
Yes, he was. Which one, though?
Then,
which one?
What's that?
Which Undertaker you taking?
Oh fuck! I was still he was out of the American
Badass
phase in that.
No, he was still there.
He was out. That was his 2001 run.
Yeah, it was only like
yeah,
a
you're
1-2
right. You're
thing.
right. You're right. You're right. Okay, you're right.
I wish it went longer. I wish it went longer.
Tim,
And then
I know where Tim's going next, but go ahead, Mario.
and then for me, so I can stage the greatest parental fight of all time for the custody
Rey
of Dominic
Mysterio.
I'm picking Rey Mysterio. Who's your daddy?
All right, Tim, it's on you. And I know where you're going with this. If you don't take him, then I'm happy.
Yeah, you were talking about guys falling far on the list. I can't believe he's still available. Go ahead and give me the third member of the Evolution and give me Batista.
Yep, I knew you was going there. All right, so that was inevitable. Like he shouldn't have dropped that far. But for me, this is it. All right.
I'm going for storylines, baby. All right.
No, so for me, I got Chris Jericho, RKO, Rob Van Dam, Booker T. All of them are great. But I need an ultimate villain, ultimate monster. And I'm going with, shout out to Solo Sikoa's tribute, I'm going with Umaga. I'm going with Umaga at this pick.
Cheetah.
Yeah, you
Sure.
stop, man. Go eat over there. All right. As we speak, what's his name is on the clock. Todd, you are back-to-back picks.
You keep forgetting my name. I'm gonna remember yours forever, Fred. I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna shoot. Nope. I'm gonna wait on the one I was gonna take because I think they'll be there later. I'm gonna take him at this time because I liked him.
What is that?
I think a little bit more when he moved over, and I'm gonna take Christian Cage, the TNA version of Christian.
He was really good at over there. I can respect that. Where's he at?
And then
on the
this-
list? Oh yeah, I see.
I don't know if you guys followed this guy back then, but I'm gonna take him, and I like this version of him even when he was in ROH. He didn't cut much promos, but in the ring, he's always been great. Huh?
Kevin Steen?
No, opposite. I said he wasn't good at promos.
Oh,
I'm gonna take Bryan Danielson.
okay. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I'm next on the board. All right, so we're talking about the prime players of this era. And I'm going with someone that I like wrestling at the time. And I know everyone's gonna like this pick because they didn't have him on the board, but I'm going with MVP. I'm going with MVP at this time.
I ain't have him on the board. That was my next pick. What you mean?
Going
You
with
talking about
Montev, Pope, or whatever his name was at the time.
Olin. You talking about
I
Arrows,
got it.
bro.
Down.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I took MVP at this time. That's MVP right there. Tim, you are officially on the clock.
Yeah, man. This is the worst draft for me. I hate this draft because I'm business first, but I keep picking on my personal favorites.
That's good for you.
Bro.
It's been saving your promotion.
They're not gonna be there. They're not gonna be there later. You got to.
Yeah, there's guys that I don't want to pass on. I don't want to let
Fuck
go.
the big board.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take Kane. I
Yes.
have to.
Yes, you have to, because that was my pick if I didn't take MVP. I was going to take Kane. He was really great at that time, especially when he took the mask off and he did his little storyline with that. You had to. All right, Mario, you're officially on the clock for 2 minutes.
All right. So okay. All right. So my next pick is easy. The next one, he kind of I don't know. So my next pick, I'm gonna pick the next big thing that was coming out, and I'm picking Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's a good pick, but I didn't even have him on my list. I'm not even.
I had to. All right.
He was on my list for business, but I was avoiding him.
I'm avoiding him too.
I look. I need a monster. All right, and I don't have one, and that's my monster. All right.
All right, so
And
you have one more pick.
I'm very torn because I feel weird. So I have a question before I make. I'm gonna tell you who it is, because he was still wrestling for a few years at that time. You know who I'm asking about.
Who?
Your cousin. He did have that SummerSlam feud with Brock Lesnar, which was one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time.
That was
The
it
Rock.
for him. He was
What's
done
that?
after that. You want
The Rock?
All right, go ahead. He
Hollywood Rock?
he had 1 year in that, so go ahead and take him.
No. I don't want to. Honestly, that's why I asked.
He left in 2003 after that loss to Brock Lesnar.
He's the era. You can have him.
I'm not gonna take him.
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him at that. There's a reason why I didn't take him. There's a reason why I don't take Stone Cold. There's a reason why I don't take a lot of these people because they only had like 1 or 2 years in this era. I'm taking longevity, bro. I'm taking longevity in this era.
Yeah.
Even though they're
That's why
big names.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, you literally have 30 seconds for 2 picks.
Let me know when I get to 10 seconds. No, I got 1 pick left. I already picked Brock Lesnar.
All right, you got 20 seconds. Don't worry, Funaki is about to get typed in 10.
I'll just take him. Cena. Fuck it. It's an easy pick.
Yeah, that's a cop out right there. That's a good one.
I copped out. That's a good one. I got a few cop outs, all right?
No, that's a good cop out though. Cena's a safe pick. Tim, you are officially on the clock.
Yeah, my next pick, I'm gonna go with a little bit of business here. I want to say he's not really in my favorites. He did play at one point in time though. He played a character that I really enjoyed and I thought was great. And Todd, I'm actually going your room. I'm gonna go TNA. I'm gonna take Christopher Daniels here.
Hey, I like that pick. The Fallen Angel. I like that pick. I like that pick.
Next.
All right, so I'm gonna stay on that trend.
He had that little run as Suicide too, and it was killer. That little run was killer.
Christopher Daniels. I'm gonna continue that trend in TNA, and I'm gonna go with Bobby Roode. I'm going with Bobby Roode. Todd, you're officially on the clock for 2 minutes.
Me and you were too damn similar, bro. I don't like it. Hey,
that's why I love you.
Hey, since you like screwing up my tag team, since I was about to take that one, I was about to take Beer Money. I guess I won't now. I'm gonna take another tag team that I like, where I think I could even split one if I had to, and I'm gonna take Team Angle. I'm gonna take Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas.
Yeah, I like that group, man. I like the original Academy.
I don't really care for Haas, but Shelton's a major pick.
Yeah, he is. At that time, he was a really good pick. So
I don't think Haas was that bad either.
No, he wasn't. But Shelton was the golden guy out of that group. So now, since you avoided James Storm, I'm taking him. Sorry for your bad luck. Because I got Beer Money as my tag team now. I got James Storm.
Okay, I'm on the clock.
You're officially on the clock.
Yeah, so once again, another one of those era guys I thought was really great. One of my favorites. You know, you didn't want to piss me off because you never know, I might just spit in your face. Give me Carlito.
No! Carlito!
No!
I spit in the face.
People who don't like to be cool. Damn it.
That was the guy. Oh! Show Carlito! Oh! Officially on the clock. Oh, they got Carlito and they got the action figure. That's what's up. All right, you're on the clock.
All right, I'm gonna get weird. Because I'm gonna pick my 2 hardcore guys right now. Taking Hardcore Holly and I'm taking Rhino.
That's a good pick. All right,
Hardcore Holly and Rhino.
Tim, you've been on a roll. I kind of love what you're doing right now. Oh snap! They even got the action figure. They got the action figure.
Yes, that's what you know. What people?
Why do you have a Starbucks? Well, no, we're waiting on the action figure.
Tell him who you
Bobby
Oh,
Lashley.
want. Tell him. Say it.
Bobby Lashley. That's a good pick.
I got him.
That's a real good pick. Show him.
Bobby Lashley.
Hey, we got friends in the building. All right. I don't think I have this toy, so I don't think we can pick him. Uh,
Well, we got
all right. So
Bobby Lashley.
with this pick,
Ow. Ow.
man, we get into that spot. Damn, I got 30 seconds. Fuck.
Yeah, now it's getting weird.
All
Now
right,
it's
so
getting weird.
I know that y'all won't do this, but I'm taking Cody Rhodes. I'm about to build the legacy. No one's. Yeah, go ahead. That's what I want. Just no one's gonna take Ted DiBiase Jr. So go ahead. I already got RKO, so
my bad. It's my turn, isn't it?
ain't it?
Ready?
I'm gonna take
in the yard.
2002. I'm gonna take the Dudleys.
Yeah, so you pick you got.
That's
Just
good.
so I have another tag.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So with my next pick, I'm taking Ted DiBiase Jr. So I can get the legacy with Randy Orton.
Yeah, Orton.
So Tim, you're on the clock.
Yeah, I actually wanted to take Bubba Ray. I wanted to take him as the Aces of Eights, but
We just talked about that.
yeah, so,
That was a really
so
good
it
single.
threw me off a little bit there, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go back to taking some of my favorites, and I'm gonna take the guy who cut at that time probably arguably the greatest promo of all time. People still talk about to this day because it comes down to 33rd and the third chances of Papa Pump whooping your ass. Go ahead and give me Scott Steiner.
Big Papa with the Tiger entrance. There you go. We got Big Papa Pump out of there.
You gonna take the little guy that was with him in TNA? I don't remember. Petey Williams.
Petey nice, bro. I don't know why you laughing. That boy nice.
He's just. It was funny that he mocked him and acted like him.
All right, Mario, you're on the clock for the next 2 minutes.
I'm taking two big boys. I'm taking the world's strongest man, first of all, Mark Henry.
Yes.
And I'm taking Rikishi.
All right, you took him. Okay. So, Tim, you are officially on the clock.
I'm thinking now. Tim's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, go ahead. I think he was really great during his time. It's unfortunate that him and the boss ran into a little bit of issues, so he had to go over to TNA. Go ahead and give me Mr. Kennedy.
Oh no, you don't want. Oh, you don't want him. You want Mr. Anderson.
No, I don't. I want Mr. Kennedy.
No, Anderson was way better, bro. Mr. Bro, that was my next pick, you asshole. That was my next pick. Good. That was a good steal. Good steal. Hey, damn, that was literally my next pick. So I'm gonna go with this guy because I think, like Todd sometimes, and I think that he really did good this. I really think he did good this era as well, especially when they did the invasion and they all come together. So if I could be serious for a moment, I'm gonna take Lance Storm. Todd, you're on the clock for 2 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna take two young guys, real young at this point. One was in New Japan still, I think. He might have been in ROH. And the other one I know was in ROH. First, I'm gonna take Omega, who was there at the end of this time period, I think 2005 in New Japan, and then
he wasn't the Kenny Omega, but I get what you're going with this.
Hey, he was still good, and I'm just getting technical guys for the most part. And then I'm taking Tyler Black.
Say hello.
Taking who?
Tyler Black.
Who?
You know who Tyler Black is?
I can't hear you.
Tyler Black.
Tyler
Who's
Black.
the-
No, I don't know who that is.
I honestly don't know who that is.
Seth Rollins in ROH.
All right, you can get that. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so because we're gonna go over there, I'm taking Kevin Steen. I'm getting Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen version at ROH at the time. So Tim, you're on the clock.
Yeah, there's another guy who I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I had him kind of down with this realm. I'm kind of shocked that one of you guys didn't take him. Probably the best guy for the business of wrestling when it comes to the business of wrestling. Go ahead and give me Finley.
Who?
Finley.
Finley. I hit your ass with Shillelagh if you ask me again.
All right, Mario.
You're gonna send Hornswoggle after you.
2 minutes.
I'm like in a weird place now. Now I'm gonna pick some weirdos. I'm gonna pick Goldust.
Man, there's so many people that you could pick before that, but go ahead.
I need some weirdos, all right? That's what I need. I need some weirdos. My next weirdo, none of y'all gonna pick. Actually, I'm not gonna pick him. I like Goldust a lot. I don't even know, man. Like, you keep saying, like, there's a bunch of people, it's like, I don't remember who's been picked and who hasn't. So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna take the Big Show, actually.
I was waiting for that because I knew you were gonna take the Big Show some way, somehow. All right,
Yeah,
Tim.
It's
It's
like a
on
big
you.
hefty dude.
1 minute. 1 minute. Let's go.
I like, and I'm gonna put Big Show in a triple threat with Mark Henry and Rikishi, and I'm gonna watch the ring break. All right.
All right, Tim. I reset it. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at my list, and I just keep noticing that there's not very many business smart decisions. I'm just personal because once again, this is the era that I grew up watching. So I'm gonna go ahead and take another one who was one of my favorites watching. Go ahead, give me Jay Lethal, but I want the Macho Man re-impersonation. Jay Lethal.
Ooh, that was one of the. All right, so yeah, that was one of the most historic
That's
things
all I wanted
during
to
that era. Yeah, that was one of the most historic things. Mirror, mirror on the wall. One of the most epic things of them all, bro. So, hey, you should already know what's coming down when I take this pick. If you take this next pick, when I take this pick, I'm gonna be pissed. Give me JTG right now.
I don't know.
Give me
what the fuck that is.
JTG. Yeah, good. Shut up. Shut up.
Prime time.
Shut the fuck up.
You talking about Shad Gaspar?
Mm.
I'm taking Crime Time as soon as Todd takes his team.
Well, actually, I'm not gonna ruin it.
I was about to cancel your ass.
Kick me out.
You're on the
I'm
clock,
gonna
my boy.
I'm gonna take on my first pick. I'm gonna take Austin Creed.
Oh my god, from fucking Impact. That's Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods. Back in Impact.
Oh, you didn't know who that was either. My bad. And then, I'm gonna take Dolph Ziggler. He was young. He was up and coming. He was that cocky new heel when he first came in. I'll take him.
All right, so
He actually was Spirit Squad during this era, but okay.
Then not at the end. He wasn't. He switched over to Ziggler.
when? What
I
year?
double-
What year?
Because Spirit Squad was like 2008.
What, really? Fuck. Oh well, I'll take him. I'll have somebody to whoop's ass.
All right, so you sure already know that I'm about to complete Crime Time as a tag team. So don't even ask me who I'm picking. Tim, it's on you. I got Crime Time, and now I have the Legacy. I have Beer Money. I have a lot of tag teams on my promo, so it's on you.
Yeah, I don't actually want the tag team, but I like the guy in the group. So go ahead and give me John Morrison.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Eminem. You're gonna end up taking him too, bro. You're gonna take Johnny Nitro because no one's gonna take him as a single. So Mario, you are back to back as we speak. So
I'll be real with you guys. I'm pretty out of dudes. I'm pretty out of dudes here. Oh
And we
fuck.
can pick for you, Hornswoggle.
Whoa. I'll pick some weirdos before I start letting y'all pick fucking some weirdos, all right? Let's see. Oh, there was a young up-and-comer at the end of the Ruthless Aggression era that I'll take, and I'll take The Miz.
Yeah, that was my next pick. That was a good pick. I really was taking him next. That was a good pick. That was a really good pick, bro.
I didn't care for him. She wasn't on my board.
That was a really good pick. That's the only time he won the damn world championship.
Yeah, I'm going to take The Miz there. And I'm going to take another one of my childhood favorites. I'm going to take Tajiri with the green mist.
It takes
and the buzzsaw kid.
All right.
Should have took his tag team partner.
Tim, you're on the clock, my boy.
Rhino? Who?
Stop me, Jeff.
You could have took Regal with him.
Tim,
I restarted. Tim, I restarted. Go ahead.
It's all good, bro, because, I'm actually surprised that he's still sticking around at this spot. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Chavo here. He's a great in-ring.
Ooh, Chavo.
I meant to remind Mario about him, and I forgot.
Yep. No, yep. Yep.
All right, so I'm going away from WWE right now, and I'm going to go with, he was fired as Evan Bourne, and I'm taking Matt Sydal. I'm taking Matt Sydal at this time. Why are you feeling that way? Todd, you're on the clock for the next two.
You want to stop fucking me because I was about to take Air Boom.
Hey, who's the second one on that?
Kofi. Evan Bourne and Kofi.
Okay.
I was going to take him as a tag team.
Well, I take Matt Sydal, the Total Nonstop Action version.
Fine. You know what? And I know nobody else is going to take him. I'm still going to take him here. I'm going to take 2002 Sting, since I've been sticking with TNA mostly anyways.
That's a real good pick.
He's on my board. I was just hoping he would keep falling because I was hoping no one else would care about him. He was actually still solid at that time. So
Impact Sting. Impact Sting. Main Event Mafia Sting. That was the Sting we still had.
I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to take another ROH guy here, and I'm going to take El Generico.
How the fuck do you spell that?
Huh? I don't know. Just put Sammy.
Put Uso.
Sammy Uso. All right. So with my next pick, I'm gonna continue this non-WWE people. I'm talking about one of the best Total Nonstop Action Rise wrestlers at that time. Good at factions. Came over here and did his thing with WWE. Then went back to Impact again. I'm going with Eric Young. At this point. Tim, you on the clock.
Yeah. This is round 16, right?
This is round 16 for sure.
All right. So at this point, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this one guy, and I'm gonna round out with guys that I just all out were just favorites of mine. I don't give a damn about the way they did in the business. This last pick here, though, when I think about TNA and Impact, this is probably one of the first wrestlers that come to mind when I think of this guy. And I don't know how long of a run he had, but he was in the storyline. It seems like every week I turned in, and I just can't not take him here. I'm going to take Abyss.
I was going to say, someone's going to take that guy. Someone's going to take him. Hey, so Mario, why you side, emotion that, you are on the clock for the next 2 minutes.
I'm going to take the final member of Evolution.
Flair.
I'm going to take Ric Flair.
You got Flair. All right, so next up.
He had some good years between 2002 and 2006. 7-ish. He was more of a setup guy at that point in time, but I'll take Ric Flair.
He actually held the Intercontinental Championship at some point during that run.
He did, yeah, he did. And I'm gonna pick up a guy. I'm gonna pick a guy who's just there to get beat up by people. And I'm gonna tell you this: y'all may have a snowstorm, but stand back because there's a hurricane coming through.
He took Hurricane.
Stand back.
Oos is laughing, but that was literally my next pick. I was going to take him next.
Hurricane.
Stand back.
There's a hurricane
No.
coming.
The problem with some of these dudes that were in the cruiserweight division is they were in the middle of the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression. They didn't get over, but their in-ring work was impeccable. Hurricane is one of them dudes that did really well in the ring. He was just small. It was hard for him to get over. So, gosh, man, now you throw me all off. You
I'm
know
sorry,
what?
I
You know
had
what?
to.
I was gonna take
Shit.
him last. I was gonna take him last just to prove a point. I'm gonna take him now, and this is probably one of my favorite gimmick wrestlers. Todd gonna get mad. I'm taking Eugene right here.
Eugene!
Who's gonna
Now,
pick
hear me
one of
out.
you? I was like, what are you gonna do? Take Eugene? You took him.
Now hear me out. Everybody can laugh and joke about Eugene. That boy killed that gimmick.
He
And
did.
he's got work. Like, you gotta remember,
That
his gimmick
gimmick was
was
horrible.
literally taking other wrestlers' moves and doing them, and he was killing it. Like, that dude's got serious work. He's just old and they gave him a shitty gimmick. Eugene got, hey, that's a business and personal life decision right there.
All right, you done?
Yep.
All right, we're going straight to Todd after this pick. I got Al Snow. Go.
Oh my goodness, that was fast. All right.
I'm taking Al
We
Snow,
running
bro.
out of names.
Listen, you gotta understand, Al Snow was still doing his gimmick, and he was also doing Tough Enough at this time. You gotta take the
I'm just
IQ,
taking
bro.
it.
I love this guy. Al Snow is so good. And go ahead, Todd. I just have to explain.
I'm gonna take him just so I could get a spot in there. I'm gonna take Kofi. That's the Jamaican Kofi.
Are we
And
talking about
I don't know if I
Jamaican
want
Kofi that got caught by Triple H for not using
Oh
Jamaican
my,
accent?
oh my freaking God! I didn't even know he was on this list. All right,
or,
With the Jamaican
Kofi,
accent. Like,
Kofi's
or
there.
Randy Orton yelling at him, calling him an idiot and kicking him in the head because he's missing moves.
So who you gonna
And
get
I'm gonna
next?
take was Jack Swagger was at the end of that too. Him and Cena were going at it, right? Or not yet?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think he was. I think
Hold
he was
on,
still
hold on,
on.
hold on.
I might be wrong.
Jack,
Give
hold
him
on,
just-
hold on. Give me a second. I'm looking. Give me a second. I don't think J. No, he's not on
Billy
this
was a
list.
good kid.
He's not on the list, bro. He's PG era.
I'll take Billy Kidman then.
That's a good pick.
That's a good. That's a really good pick. All right, so I'm going with the masterpiece. Give me Chris Masters.
you motherfucker. God damn it.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
That was
Shouldn't have taken him as a joke
Mario,
last
he
time.
wasn't gonna get him anyways. Damn.
That was gonna be my next pick.
Yeah, that was definitely mine too. So you would have been screwed regardless. But
Fuck.
you know what?
Who took Jeff? Who took Jeff Hardy?
I did.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
he
take
did.
Matt off the list.
No, I'm saying I don't like Matt. I don't want Matt. Like, it just. Actually, you know what? That's a good point because this is his era where him and Edge got that little beef. So he was
Version
going
1.
crazy.
Version 1.
Well, you
He was
still
going
got
crazy,
his trailer park woman, yeah.
with Edge. So yeah, go ahead, give me Matt. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you, boss. So back to back. Let's go.
I'm taking Snitsky.
It's not my
Y'all
fault.
wanna fucking- And then I'm taking somebody who had a very similar gimmick to the masterpiece around the same time period with the camel clutch. And I'm taking Muhammad Hassan.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Kicking the baby, and then what are you doing with Hassan?
Huh?
Remember, was that Snitsky that act like he kicked the baby?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he punted the baby.
It was Lita's.
All right, Tim, you are officially on the clock.
We only got 2 more picks.
Well, I'm gonna just pick Hornswoggle because I'm out of motherfuckers. Bro.
I don't think anybody's going to take the guy I'm going to take last. So I'm going to go ahead and take my guy here now. I actually forgot about him. I'm going to take Festus because we all know his longevity of his career. Like, I can give him any gimmick and I can make it work. His in-ring is good enough. Yeah, give me Festus.
He was so good once he left and wasn't Festus no more.
So it's me now, and I just started my time. Let me look through this little roster because I kind of ran out too as well.
I
Fuck
was
it.
going to wait till my time started, but I didn't want to sit like that for another 3
Fuck
minutes.
it, bro. I know who I'm picking.
All right, so I'm going with Perry Saturn and the Mom. Perry Saturn is off the board. Go ahead, Todd.
I got 2 right here, right?
Yes, you're back to back.
Son, dude, I can mess you up. You never took him. You never took the legacy guy,
I did. I
and
took
I'm running
all.
out of choices.
I
Did you
took
take
all
him?
the
Oh,
legacy.
I didn't mark.
He took
I didn't
Ted.
mark him. Man.
He took
I
Ted.
took. Yeah, I took Ted. I took Cody, and you already know Randy was my first pick. My second pick. I already got
All
legacy.
right,
It's a wrap.
Mario, I gave you enough chances to take him to go with Tajiri, so I'm gonna take Regal
You love that
just
Regal
because he
kid,
won.
dog. All right, you got a minute
All
left
right.
to choose again.
Claudio is an ROH. I'll just take Claudio.
Nobody knew who the fuck that was at that time. I was just playing. All right, so with me on my last pick of the thing, I'm going with X Pac. Going with X Pac at this time. He had his thing with Albert. He tried to do his single thing. So I'm going with X Pac. So
Should have took
Tim,
BG James.
huh?
BG James. Was that what he was going at? Road Dogg was going at then?
BG James for sure. For sure, it was BG James Impact. You could go Tyson Tomko. You could go fucking Mark Kendrick. There's a lot of people. Yes, is still there. Go ahead, Tim.
Once again, business decision. This guy I didn't really care for. I mean, it is what it is. I'm running low on guys anyhow.
Whoa,
So
whoa,
at
whoa!
this point,
Can I back up real quick?
what's up?
I don't want X Pac. I
That's
want
too late.
No,
no.
you already picked.
This
No,
is worse.
you already.
This is worse. This is worse. I want Santino
Oh.
Marella. Give me Santino Marella, bro.
Was he that era?
Was he not?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't know.
Hold on.
No, like the years are blurry when it gets towards the end. Like it's hard to.
All right,
I
so
think it's
I'll keep X Pac, but just know that my funny
You can
pick would have been
double check
Santino.
If Santino was around, you can have him. Like I'm not mad about that.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have him.
I love that guy,
Yeah.
man. That was so good. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Are you good, man? Like I was saying, I'm taking this guy not out of because I like him like a whole lot or anything like that, but I think his legacy is enough. Go ahead, give me Jeff Jarrett.
Oh my
He's still pretty
gosh.
decent in the ring.
That's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, bro. And he's a genius. You know what I'm saying? So Mario, you get Mr. Irrelevant.
I'm taking Rikishi's former tag team partner, Scotty Tuhati.
What the fuck?
Look, I got the approval from Tim, and that's the only approval I needed. All right, I got the approval from Tim, and that's the only approval I needed.
But can we let's discuss this real quick because we have some time. Was Scotty Tuhati in the fucking Ruthless Aggression era? Rikishi,
They both
Rikishi.
were.
No, stop. Rikishi was with Haku during this time.
So what? I
He
can't
was
put them
still
back
there.
together?
He was still on a company somewhere.
Yeah, he
wasn't-
was still there.
he
Scotty
wasn't-
Tuhati was there.
Okay, Scott Joy was there, but he wasn't too cool at that time though.
I don't
No,
give
but
a
he can
fuck.
put
I'll
them
put them back together. I'll put them back together. I don't care.
I can't believe I left
I'm
Haku.
kind of upset. I'm kind of upset nobody took Petey Williams for real though. That move was nice.
I thought Tim did.
Why didn't you
I
take
got
him?
tempted. I forgot
Because
about
Jeff
him when I took
Jarrett's
Claudio.
legacy is too much. Jeff Jarrett just
I
like you
would
said
have
is a
taken him over
genius.
Claudio, but I forgot about him.
All right, so
you guys picked a lot of ROH guys, and I get it, but
I did not.
I'm not vibing with
I
it.
can't believe you don't know who Tyler Black is.
Because I'm not,
I never once
You should go
watched
watch some of that.
Impact or ROH growing
I
up.
watch
Not
Impact
one.
all the time, but Ring of Honor, bro, I didn't watch that, bro. Like I'm not.
all right,
watched-
all right. So while we talk, I'm gonna go one at a time through our groups, just like we do all the time. Mario, Tim, Oos, me, and Todd. Talk about the roster that you picked. Talk about it because Scotty Johati was a reach to me. You could have got Haku and had them two, but it's okay. It's your team. It's your promotion. Mario, explain 1 through 20 right now.
Okay. After pick 11, it was getting real weird for me. Right? It was getting real
I
weird.
think that was all of us.
I was trying to grasp at whatever I could grasp at. But Eddie Guerrero, Triple H, JBL, Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, and Brock Lesnar. Those were my big like 6
Cena.
guys.
Cena.
Out of the people that were left, those were my and Cena. Yes, Cena as well. Those are my big 7 guys that like when I think of my childhood, I was picking straight for my childhood. Fuck business. I'm picking for what I wanted to see. All right. So that's what I was picking. I ain't if y'all don't want to come watch my promotion, I don't care. I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of it. So that's what I was picking. You know what I mean? Eddie Guerrero, Triple H. I was so emotionally invested in all of those storylines growing up. All right. And God forbid you done pissed off Teddy Long for the wrong reason because he was gonna undertake you like it was nobody's business. All right. How he was at 4, beyond me. But that was fantastic for me. Rey Mysterio, I think he held a world title during that time, didn't he?
Yes. Royal Rumble
That was when
winner and won the title. Yes, that's his prime.
Yeah, when him and
That was his prime. That was
Batista
his prime. Exactly.
I think that was like the best time for Rey Mysterio. Then he had the weird thing going on between him and Eddie Guerrero, and they were trying to figure out who was the dad. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their secrets.
They
When he was,
they be fighting over
remember,
that
he was visiting Rey Mysterio at the park. Remember, or he was visiting the kid at the park. Remember that like the cutscenes. I remember all of that. You know what I mean? This was it for me. Hardcore Holly and Rhino. You guys know when we were picking like, you know, when we first started doing this thing. I like the hardcore thing. I like the fights with the baseball bat with the razor wire wrapped around it. You know what I mean? Like I love. To me, I think there's no more beautiful title than the hardcore title. All right, that ugly ass belt was my favorite belt, and I loved that belt. Goldust, after that Goldust Big Show, The Miz, Tajiri, I was all a big fan. Ric Flair, I think, had some good years between 2002 and 2006.
Evolution was his years, bro.
I think Ric Flair kind of became that guy that was there to mentor and put people over, which is fine. You need that. You need that in the business. You know what I mean? Hurricane, I just like the Hurricane.
There's a hurricane coming through.
Yeah. Snitsky, I remember the whole Snitsky gimmick, the Muhammad Hassan, the camel clutch fucking gimmick, and Scotty 2 Hotty, I was like, I'll just fucking take anybody at this point in time. I just took Scotty 2 Hotty.
All right, so that was good. Listen, there's no wrong answers when it comes to this. I know for me, when I look at my list, I'm not satisfied. But Tim, you're next. Go ahead. You're on mute. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was looking over my list because after probably the first 6, 7 rounds, I started feeling like I was just getting people to get them. But looking at my list is actually pretty solid.
Yes, it is.
The only kinks you might throw in there is Abyss and Jeff Jarrett, maybe. But like it's Abyss to me because I got Kane on the roster as well. You throw Kane and Abyss in a tag team, that's crazy. That's crazy.
The big red monsters.
Yeah. So. Yeah, right. Exactly. The red monsters, the big monsters, whatever, like just crazy. It's like I got a lot of technical on this. Like even though I picked personal favorites over in-ring capabilities, I got some solid wrestlers on this list. I got Chris Benoit. I mean, it speaks for itself. HBK, arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Jeff Hardy during this time was at the peak of his career. It was probably
won a world title. He won a world title.
Superstar who, like I said earlier, Eddie was the number 1 villain at the time, but Edge might have been the second best.
Facts.
So it's like
Facts.
what do they call him? The ultimate opportunist. Like he knew how to play his cards right. Christopher Daniels once again was insane. The Fallen Angel was dope, and he had a run as Suicide, and that run of Suicide was crazy.
Right.
He was doing like all kinds of stuff and ruining stuff for everybody. No one knew it was him. It was insane. Actually took Bobby because Josiah wanted me to. He's been asking me the last like 3 of them to take him, and I'm like, hey, you don't fit with what I'm trying to do. But I took him this time because I could pair him up with Scott. They could run their course. Papa Pump, I'll tell you what, bro. Their favorite wrestlers, bro. That logo, that thing right there. I stood in my bedroom for hours just kissing that thing. Or, like Papa Pump, I don't care how much steroids he took. That man is the truth. And
Facts.
Finley, man, you want to talk about mastermind. The women's division is literally only because of Finley.
So
Like,
before you keep
be
going,
real.
Fit Finley and Dean Malenko, those two are underrated. Period. And those two should be
Absolutely.
celebrated for a lot of wrestling fans that understand wrestling.
Yeah.
So Fit Finley's there. Go ahead. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. And like I said earlier, with just overall, my roster is just filled with wrestlers, man. Like good quality wrestlers, and I think I'm beyond excited with my list because I got guys I like. So like Eugene, I'll
Here we go.
be a main eventer. I honestly believe that the dude had a title shot as Eugene. Like, let's not pretend like that didn't happen. Like the dude was legit. So I think you give him a real gimmick and let him work and just do that thing. And it's over with from there. But yeah, I'm happy with this pick, man. I know I made a comment a couple times. I was just picking personal favorites instead of business. Hey, this is good for business, dog. That was a good draft for me. I'm happy.
To get Matt Hardy, at 18, that's crazy. Version 1 at 18. That's crazy. So it's my turn. I went with the first pick because like I said, I had two lists, and Todd knows this. I told him this, that there's only two picks that Tim would have went: business or not making the same mistake. And he went with the Chris Benoit, so he didn't make the same mistake three times. And I was like, fuck, I gotta go with this side. So I went with Y2J, the first undisputed champion. I'm a big Chris Jericho fan at that time. During that span, that was his best wrestling. Lionheart and ACW, WCW, all that shit was good. So after that, I went with everyone knew John Cena was the face, but we didn't like him like that, right? Well, who was the rival at that time? It was Randy Orton. Randy Orton was that guy. He was the villain of Ruthless Aggression
The
at the time,
legend
the
killer.
legend killer, all that good stuff, right? I went with him. So strategically, it fucked me over because I'm like, you know what? I don't think anyone's going to take Chris Jericho. Let me take Randy Orton so that Tim doesn't take Edge. But what happens? I take Chris Jericho, I take RKO, and then he takes Edge. And then I have to like unravel all my lists. And then I went with RVD. Everyone's respecting RVD at this time. He won a world title at the time, right? Booker T, everyone knows he was doing his thing. My favorite time was when him and Stone Cold was doing that supermarket shit. Then MVP and Umaga, your partners, were killing it. Intercontinental, United States, they were killing it at the time. Then I go into Impact because Todd started forcing me to Impact and ROH. I went with Beer Money. I went with Bobby Roode and James Storm. Then I started thinking about another tag team, Legacy. I went with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Then I took someone that Todd took in the last draft that I thought that I was going to get was Lance Storm. That guy is so underrated. A lot of people don't understand how great of a wrestler he was. Even on the mic, as stale as he was on the mic, I enjoyed it, how funny he was. Then I went with Kevin Steen because me and Todd had a discussion who was better, Kevin Owen or Kevin Steen, and I agreed because I started watching some ROH film and said, damn, Kevin Steen was way better. So I took Kevin Owens'
Don't
alter
do
ego.
that. Don't do that.
Tim looking
Oh.
at you like you're crazy, but on the
Don't do
mic, he
that.
was cut loose in ROH.
I
He
don't
said whatever the
care
hell he
about his
wanted.
mic,
He
bro.
was way better as
He
ROH,
still kills you on the
bro.
mic, and he's insane in the ring, bro. Don't do that.
He was the
What
same in the
you
ring. He
gotta
did the
watch?
same shit.
You gotta watch Kevin Steen ROH wrestling, bro. It's way better than what he was doing in NXT
YouTube.
and in
Right.
Raw. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I
so
mean to hijack yourself. Keep your
no,
rolling.
you're good, bro. We have a lot of time. So I took Kevin Steen. Of course, I took Prime Time. You know, shout out to those two. Then I went with Evan Bourne's better.
Brooklyn.
I went with Evan Bourne's better character. I went with Matt Seidel from. So Todd, before I keep going, you would you rather get Evan Bourne or would you rather have Matt Seidel?
I wasn't sure if he
At
was
this time.
I wasn't sure if he was Matt Seidel yet. So I was gonna take Evan Bourne just to put him with Kofi. I was gonna have another tag team.
Yeah, he went Matt Seidel towards the ass end of it because he got fired at that time.
Oh, I
And
get
then
Seidel.
and then I took Al Snow. I'm pretty sure Vogt wasn't gonna take him anyways, but he took Al Snow at the time because tough enough and all that stuff that was going on. He was always that lead guy, just like the other guy, I can't think of Hugh Morris, just like Hugh Morris. And then I went Chris Masters. You know what's funny is like he was a good gimmick at that time. A lot of people didn't want to take him at the time, but and then I took Perry Saturns because he was great. And the X Pac at the end, and with Mop Head, that was so funny. X Pac at the end, at the end, it was good. So Todd, I want you to talk about your group. I think when I look at this, all you guys, if I have to rank it, I know I'm last, bro. I didn't like the team that I picked. So Todd, go ahead.
So I think I started out real well, and I did have some weird hits at the bottom. Like I thought Ziggler was Ziggler and all that. But we'll start off with I wanted to go heavy technical. So I started off with one of the best, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And I feel like his first couple years in TNA might have been his best of his career. I think WWE lost out on not being able to hold him. And then to follow that up to go with him, I took go ahead, Tim.
They didn't like lose Kurt Angle, bro. You understand he had a problem with popping pain, right? Like they released him because he never passed the drug test.
Oh, he pulled a Riddle, got you.
Yeah, he's pulled Riddle's. Yeah, Riddle's doing the same stuff right now. He better chill out. Yeah.
So for a follow-up to go with Angle, I picked one of his biggest rivals at that time while I was in TNA, and I took AJ Styles, who to me is one of the best in-ring guys. And then I took another guy who I think was great with Styles and Angle in feuding in TNA, and I took Samoa Joe. And then Punk, just because, one, he was pretty good in the ring then. He's always been a decent promo guy, and then to know what he grew into, I just took him. Christian Cage, I think, had one of his best single runs in TNA when he turned into Christian Cage, and he feuded with, Styles and Angle and all them. ROH guy next, I took Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson was solid then too. He didn't have any mic skills. He hadn't learned them yet. And then I wanted to continue a tag team and get a little bit of a stable going, so I took Benjamin, who Shelton Benjamin was great. I seen a singles match with Shawn Michaels that was just beautiful. And I took his partner Haas, which I don't like him. I actually liked Charlie Haas back then.
Hey, before you keep going, let's talk about this because Shelton Benjamin is so underrated. He is so underrated. I see title holder at that time too. Like, come on, like the fact that we're talking about him at what 7 for you, that was a steal for you, bro.
He definitely should have held a world title ever before Kofi even looked for one.
Facts.
What happened to Sean? Because there's a reason he never got to that main event.
It was Mike's. It was the mic. It was the mic. That's all it is. If you cannot,
there was like a window where he just disappeared. He wasn't even on TV. Like, I don't know what happened.
If you're not good, look. If you're not good on this, a lot of the time they're gonna not fucking push you. Like athletically, you can be great, but if you cannot fucking sell off the mic, majority of the time they're not gonna. Shelton for sure. If he would have had fucking Paul Heyman at that time, shit. Go ahead. I just wanted to make sure that we gave him his flowers.
So after Benjamin and Haas, I went ahead and took the Dudleys, which I think they were in TNA, a part of Aces and Eights then. They were both really good, especially Bubba, or Bully at the time, which he is now again on the radio. But what, Tim?
I said, yeah, Bully, bro. That killer, bro. Killer. I'm Max. I was taking him.
My next two picks I took really because I was fiddling around with YouTube the other day and found a triple threat match. It was a 4-way match. I didn't know the fourth guy, but it was Kenny Omega, Tyler Black, Kevin Steen, and the random guy I didn't know. But I didn't know a lot about Tyler Black back then, which Seth Rollins now. And I watched some of his ROH stuff. That dude, he's gotten better on the mic, is why he's better and bigger now, especially, being in WWE. But Tyler Black and Kenny Omega, they've always been very solid in the ring. Austin Creed, I like Xavier Woods, but I think his gimmick is what slows him down now. I liked him better in TNA, even as Austin Creed. Unfortunately, I took a Spirit Squad member because I didn't know that he was a Spirit Squad member still. So I got a guy to beat up on. We took Dolph Ziggler. After Ziggler, I took Sting. I think Sting, he still was good then. He wasn't,
Time out.
90s Sting
Time out.
or
Time
the
out. Time
Crow.
out. Time out. Time out. All right. So you said you took Spirit Squad Dolph Ziggler. Could we all discuss real quick that Dolph Ziggler isn't really good as a singles competitor? Do we not all agree that he's really good like by himself? Because like we're making fun of Ziggler because he drafted the Spirit Squad one, but can we not like
No, actually,
just
that's great. That's why I
huh?
took him. I thought I was getting.
Yeah, so like, could we all like give him his flowers too? Like, Ziggler is really good. I mean, honestly, we all know his peak was already done, but at the same time, that was a really good. That was a really good wrestler, for real. He was a real good wrestler.
Do
I
we
have
all
somebody
know that,
teach.
Oos? Because you think he still got some left. So do we know his peak's done? I don't think you know.
I think he's still good in the ring. I just don't think he's title worthy.
I don't
All
think they
right,
use him the way his ability. Like I think he's very talented, and I don't think they use him as much as they should use
it's
him.
Can't use
done.
him the right way. You don't have the
Well,
backing.
Timothy said it best. Like, it's done. They already did what they could with him, but at the same time, I really loved his work. So, Todd, I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that out there. Keep going with your. You have Sting
Hey,
next. You
I
have
don't
Sting
mind
next.
when you interrupt me because at least you remember my name, okay? So, so like I was saying about Sting, he flipped to like a Joker Sting then too, and he even took off his face paint for a while and played himself, Steve, whatever his last name is. It's something weird. But I thought he was pretty sturdy. And then I took El Generico after that, Sammy Uso, which you could pair him with anybody. Kofi, I could pair him with Regal at the time and make a goofy tag team. And then after that, I took Kofi, which, like I said, I wanted Evan Bourne with Kofi to have Air Boom. I took Billy Kidman after that. I think he was solid. I think his finisher was dangerous and he hurt people with it sometimes. Who'd he hurt Chavo with it?
Probably.
And
I don't remember.
after that, I took William Regal because he's just a good bad guy. He's good in the ring. He takes care of people. I feel like.
And you just
Go.
love William Regal, bro.
I do. I just love William Regal too.
Yeah.
And I took Claudio because he's bald. Why the fuck not? That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. So we went. Hold on. Oh, I'm on. So we went through all these picks. I want everyone to go around and just do one thing. Talk about one person out of this group that you felt stole your pick and was like, man, like for real, I want to go first. Like I said, Edge was my next pick, and Timothy took him before me. And that was the thing. I was like, man, should I take RKO then Edge and then go with Chris Jericho? My question is, who was going to take Chris Jericho in the third round? That's my question. Who was going to take Y2J?
Just depends on who got picked before.
So
Is
this
it-
is
Yeah.
my this is my thing. So let me
A
go through
lot
it.
of,
So
a
no,
lot
wait.
of what I picked was really heavily based off of where Tim was going.
Yes, Tim, I
Like,
told you you're the nucleus. So let's go like
Yeah.
this. So let's go with everything that unfolded. Eddie, Benoit, I go Randy, and he goes Angle and AJ Styles. I go Edge. Where the fuck does everyone else go? Do you take HBK still, or do you take Chris Jericho?
Wait, who do you have me take? Hold on, you said Eddie,
All right,
Chris.
so
You said you would
Eddie,
go.
Benoit, and then I take, knowing what we know, I'm not taking Chris Jericho. I'm taking Randy Orton, and then
Okay.
Todd takes the same people, Angle and AJ Styles, and then I take Edge. Who do you take? Are you taking HBK still?
That's tough, honestly.
It's tough.
That's tough.
That's why I
Because-
hate you, Tim, because you're the one that made this happen.
I'm gonna keep 100 with you because it's only tough because in my mind, I was going Chris and then Randy. In my mind, those
Chris
are the two I
who?
was getting.
Chris Benoit and Randy.
Yo,
Yeah.
Fred, you getting robbed, bro? Yo, Fred, you getting robbed?
Yeah, my.
He's froze. I can't see him getting robbed.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
you
part
get-
of dark.
you
He's
get
part of the
Rob
Dark Order. He's part of the Dark Order.
Oh.
That's 13.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was trying to hold you up for some cash.
Hell no.
So yeah, because because if you took Randy, because I mean that's essentially what happened. My pick, to be honest, I wasn't eyeing Jericho here. I was my first two picks was ideally going to be Chris Benoit and Randy Orton. So the fact that you took Randy is what really made me go down to HBK.
So you would have still took HBK?
If we redid the draft exactly how it was, and you took who you took, I wouldn't even took HBK at that point. Honestly, I didn't think anybody would take Triple H right there. I was hoping to get him on the 10th pick instead of the 7th.
All right, so Mario.
Comment.
All right,
I made that comment. I think I think he's going to be available at 10 still. I'm going to roll the dice. He wasn't available at 10.
So Mario, this is interesting. I'm gonna finish this thing, but I wanted to talk about this. He takes Triple H at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 8 and 9, and he took Triple H away from you. Who are you going with back-to-back picks?
Me?
Yes.
So okay. So what were the picks?
So I'll go with it. It was Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Randy Orton, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, Edge, and then he went Triple H. And now it's your turn.
I would probably go HBK at that point in time.
So you're going you'll go JBL, HBK.
HBK, yeah. Because the thing is, like, HBK is like one of those anomalies that had like primes in 3 different decades.
All right, so
like, I would have to take HBK.
I'm gonna finish this podcast soon.
I would be stupid at that point not to take HBK because he's not gonna make it past.
I'm gonna finish this podcast soon, but I just need to know this next picks. All right, so now that you know this, Tim, right? Who do you go?
See, I would have took Edge there. Yeah, I would have still took Edge.
No, Edge was taken. So I'm saying, like,
you're saying if you'd have took him instead, I probably would have.
Yeah.
I probably would have Rob Van Dam.
So still, that's who I wanted that round. I would have taken Rob Van Dam instead of Punk.
So either or. See, this is why, Tim, we think too alike. No matter what happened in this draft, we were gonna take each other's pick. If you took Rob Van Dam and I man, all right. So listen, next up, all right, you guys seen the Ruthless Aggression. Now we're going to the golden era. We're going 88 to 94. 88 to 94. And this is my era, you young motherfuckers. You young motherfuckers. We're going to listen. And you know what's hard? You know what? Why they laughing to the Figure 4 show, fans? I didn't watch wrestling during this time, and I drafted pretty well. I don't think
you're that much older than me either.
How old are you?
I turned 33 this weekend.
Oh, we're in the same age bracket, but at the same time, I didn't watch Ruthless Aggression. I didn't. It was Golden Era, Attitude Era, and then I stopped.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, so me and you had.
Y'all was graduating high school. I was hitting puberty. Y'all some old ass men.
Shut the.
I don't know, bro. I'm joking. I'm just young. I'm a lot younger than y'all.
Shut the fuck up, Tim. All right, so listen. This next era is 1988 to 1994. All right. This is my era, and I'm about to whoop their ass. And then.
Get number 1. I know who I'm taking. Everybody knows who I'm taking.
This is not fair. All right, so while we're talking, go ahead, Tim, before I say something.
88 to 94, I'm going to have to tag in my tag partner and let Aaron take the show over for this one. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm not real hip with that stuff. With those guys. Like, I'm aware of them, obviously, from a wrestling fan. But when it really comes to actually knowing, my draft's going to be dog crap because I ain't going to know nothing, bro.
So we're going to do it. We're going to do it to save everyone. We're gonna go 15, maybe. We might go 15. We might go 10. Let's go 10. We can go 10.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. I'm just letting you know Aaron need to be a part of this too, because I feel like his knowledge of the industry is probably better at this peak than mine.
And shout out to Aaron if he ever makes it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron if he ever makes it.
He's still in Australia, remember?
Oh yeah, my bad. Shout out. Actually, I talked to the best in the world wrestling. They're actually in South Africa at this time. They're over there right now, just doing their thing right now in South Africa.
If he just sets that still.
So listen. So again, like, comment, subscribe to the SodaFlex podcast, and go to the playlist for the Figure 4 show. I love these drafts. I ain't gonna lie, Mario. He knows. We just literally finished up the route tree, and I kept talking to him like, bro, I don't want to do this route tree. I'm ready for this wrestling. I'm ready for the draft. And
Yeah, like we were
Timothy,
talking about the draft before we were even like into the football podcast.
Timothy,
We were like, man, I
Timothy
just want
was
to do
still
this.
running errands. And what the hell did we do, Todd? We did our own draft. We did
Yeah.
our
We
own.
did.
We did our own draft,
So
all prime. All prime, all time prime. And guess what? I got that list. I got that list here still. So I have the current, I have the Monday Night Wars, I have Ruthless Aggression, I have the freestyle. I called it freestyle for us waiting for Tim
We got to do
to
the
get on
all-time
there.
one,
But
like an
next
official
one,
one.
but I don't want to do prime yet. But next one is the
We gotta do prime
1988.
last.
Yes,
We
it
gotta do
has to be
84.
last. It
We
has
gotta
to be
do-
last.
We gotta do 2008 to now. And then we can
PG,
do all time.
PG era.
So every draft we do, I screenshot it and I send it to Kyle, right? Just to see what he thinks, because he's at work right now. The only thing this motherfucker took away from that whole thing was, bro, why you gotta draft Snitsky? That man punted babies. That was all he said about the whole draft, bro.
Shout out
true.
to Kyle. He's on the ocean right now defending RCs. But
It's
listen,
damn true.
hey man, I enjoyed this whole thing. I'm about to edit this and you know, the 49ers play in an hour and a half, so you already know what's good. Hey, I love y'all boys and get ready. Start vote. Get on Peacock. Start watching 1988 Royal Rumbles. Start watching all that shit.
I gotta go run by Lexi's first. I gotta go pick up a dolly.
I'm going
But
to
that'll be
fuck.
awkward.
I'm gonna fuck y'all up during this thing because this is my era when I had a hairline. All right, bro. I'll see y'all later.
I was just born.